Hey guys, this is Astronox for another Tap Wizard RPG Arcane Quest gameplay video. So I just got another invulnerability. Perfect. This is great. Now I'm still reclaiming power here. Yeah, 46 minutes to go. What else happened? I just played a couple minutes here. Yes, we ranked up. We did rank up on IC Prism and also on, what was it? Chain Lightning? Let me just push a bit more here. How much am I getting? 25%. Getting quite a bit from these skills. It's worth pushing a bit more. Okay, that's it. Nice, nice. Chanting discount. Yes, please. Yeah, I still need that 18 billion gold. No. Yeah, it was Shocknet, sorry, that ranked up. We got 5% research rate, 20% damage increase on Shocknet. The next boost is pretty crazy, 5% all damage. Passive. Passives mean that you don't have to have the spell equipped to receive the bonus. You can just like earn the passive and just swap the spell, never use it again if you want, like passive boost. It's really important to know that. Now, yes, I was on this. If less than 6 mobs are on screen, the damage is doubled. Now that's pretty crazy. Like, it's an AoE attack, and like when it goes off, it hits like the whole screen. Massive burst. Now, by having the next boost, it's gonna help for when they're like, it's single target damage or like between 1 and 6 monsters on screen. It will make it so the spell stays at a high amount of damage when there's less monsters. I really like that spell. I think before it was like one of the strongest one in the game, and it probably still is. Now I like that the IC Prism boosted the lightning damage by 20%. Now, okay, shadow damage increase and research rate 5%. It's nice, but not critical. Now this gets 2% lightning cast speed. That's nice. It's not crazy. I don't use static leap. I don't have it unlocked. 20% damage boost though. Now here we get Shocknet cast speed 8%. That's really nice. And it shocks targets for 0.25 second damage increase as well. So yeah, that voltaic sword is the next thing I'm working on for sure. Actually, I have enough to buy a raw spellstone, but I just noticed something in the shop. Let's go take a look together. So here you see there's 4 icons at the top. Now there's assistance in this game. The market hub, you go to the fourth one. Now the assistants are here. The first one, a trusty helper. Nick will collect stable runes that you miss. At level 1, Nick can hold up to 5 runes. At level 2, Nick can also hold 1 rune cache. Now that's pretty amazing. Like if you buy him first for 500, but to level him, I guess you'll have to pay more. Like let's say it's 1,000. Now the level 1 holding 5 runes that you miss is really good. I wonder if it's 5 rune total, or let's say he's holding, can he hold a stack of, let's say, I don't know, 100 of one. I believe it just might be 5 total, even if it stacks. But still, that's pretty nice. Like when you're away, and or like the lantern kicks in and you're farming and you don't want to be I mean, you never know, you might just like you could just be missing like high quality runes that make like a massive difference. I mean, it could just be like a bunch of low quality ones, but it gives you that that edge. Now let's look at the other assistants. Let me reset this. We still have 27 minutes to go. So at level 2, he can also hold 1 rune cache, which is really nice. Rachel casts a random spell from your loadout every 10 seconds. The spell Rachel casts gains 1 second of experience at 100% rate. So meaning she will cast randomly any spell that you have in your current loadout once every 10 seconds. And that spell, when she casts it, receive 1 second of experience, meaning it's however much you have after your boost. I'm currently getting 110 point of experience per second. So I mean I don't really like because I mean you have to see what the next guy does. Okay, let me reset here. Okay, the next guy, imitating Ivan. Okay, Ivan casts the spell in the 5th loadout slot at 1/4 of the speed of the wizard. This spell also gains an extra 10% experience. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought he was casting all the spells in loadout the loadout number 5 that you save, but I think you can only have 4 loadouts. Like look here. You see there's only 4. So it's the 5th slot, so you can have him cast, you know, you could have an elemental there, or just reset this. Let's see. I mean, it's 1/4 of the speed, but you can actually decide which spell it will be. But it's the 5th one, meaning that, you know, you're always moving your spells around to level them, so it's most likely not going to be your strongest spell. Unless you just put it in the slot 1, you level it, and then you straight up put it in the 5, and then every time it's time to level it, you put it in 1 or in 5. But it gets 10% XP boost. Additive, not multiplicative. But it's casted at 1/4 of the speed. I mean, it's still really good, you can decide, but she does 1/4 of the speed versus every 10 seconds. What if you put 5 high cooldown spells and you have Rachel pop? she casts them every 10 seconds. But even summons, like with my cast rate right now, oh, what you could do is have a very slow cast rate by having a high tempered magic, and then have like very long cooldown on your spells. But then like it's still every 10 seconds, and then she's gonna do the spell. Okay, then yeah, that the gameplay is gonna be way too slow. So a random spell skill will receive 10% experience basically, because it's 1 second of experience and its spell is cast every 10 seconds, so it's 10%. But it's on a random spell, and it's 100% rate, meaning it's really good. Because wait, was oh yes, wait a second here, there's something else. So this guy, the 5th skill, this is terrible because it has to be in the 5th loadout slot, right? But the 5th loadout slot receive like 5% experience, and then it says that this spells also gain an extra 10% experience. Does it mean the 5% becomes 15%? Or does it mean it's 10% out of that 5%, meaning it's gonna be 5.5% now, which is terrible. But if it's 15, that's pretty good. Well, that's not very good actually. That's not very good. Rachel gets 100% rate. And you can go with some slow casting build with high tempered magic level, like run triple elemental. I don't know, I think the elementals are the longest cooldown skills. Actually, I was saying that you will kill slowly, but you won't, because the elemental attack quickly. So that could work. You could go with fire, lightning, and ice elementals. That's 3 skills right there. And then you run 2 other high cooldown skills. Well, most of your skills are going to be high cooldown anyways, because you'll have a high tempered magic, which reduce your cast speed but increase your damage. I'm just curious on how that would perform. So I would, like, I'm gonna have to save up. True cadence, 10% cast rate. What is proficient form? 10% XP rate. That's for endgame, it's too early. She's really interesting. He's nice, but if you play actively, it's only 5 runes, which most likely are going to be garbage. You know, I just picked up something pretty damn good here. Full Taxic Sword for 3 minutes every 5 seconds. Now when, like, Rachel casts a spell, does it have the full power of your character? I assume it does, because it does not say anything about her stats. Just reset again because I fat fingered the rune. Let's look at the skill damage right now. And where are we here? 7 minutes, good. Now it's reclaiming a bunch of power really quickly. we'll have double the power soon enough. And then we'll have the enchanting boost, unless we already have it. We have the enchant 7. So before the research, I was at the zone 10. Can we push through? We should be able to push through after this is done. I'll see why not. Oh, very good. Look at this, 55% cast speed for 60 minutes. But this is only going to be applied to one skill. And one skill can have 4 of them running. So you can have 20 of them running. It could be 3 each. It could be 15 total or 20 total. I can't remember exactly. Okay, let's reset this. It would be nice if the character that picks up runes would only keep the highest quality ones, you know? That might be just too much though. You know, he would replace lower quality runes with higher quality ones. That would be so amazing. That means you could just have a full run going, and then when you die, you manually press your recall, and then you don't even have to pay attention to the screen. But in one run, you should, most of the time you get less than 5 runes anyways. So what does Rachel really bring? I mean, she's not gonna make your character broken. She's only casting a random spell every 10 seconds. Like, look at how fast my spells are going right now. Let's work on killing him, I guess. Oh, we reclaimed already. Ah, I'm tired. Let's just reset again. Will be easier this time. Oh, we have a raid though. Okay. Actually, let's do the... I believe that when you unlock new zone, the raid becomes maybe harder. You know? It could be it. Let's just see here. Let's go in that raid. It's easy. It's easy like the zone we were in. Might be a bit too easy. But if we're farming for runes, it's perfectly fine. We just have to not instantly kill the boss. We'll just get less power. You just have to check where you last recall. As soon as you see it, you have to pop it. Come on, like, let's do some quick runs and see. Can we get a couple power harvesting easily, or what's the deal here? Does the game know we're just melting everything into... Oh wow, well, epic fail, it's fine. We got 2 power harvesting. For the time invested, I guess it was fine. The raid was just too easy. And I mean, if we were doing a harder raid, I believe we would get better items. It's just Like before, the runs, I was doing raids, took like a minute per run, and I was actually getting like at least a spell. The game, maybe it knows when it's too easy. I mean, it's like barely, like a bit above 5% power increase. Oh wait, this is close to 10% now. Let's just try to kill him. Look at the skill damage. Voltaxic Blade not doing much like it's been doing, but the other ones are pretty good, with Icy Prism leading because it's a high single target skill. Okay, I'll just heal myself here. Now we die. Yes, let's just recall here. Cool. Power harvesting. Because you do receive solid runes just by killing monsters, but some of them are on the screen. And both give random quality. So if half the rune you just receive automatically, then I mean, having the assistant pick up to 5 rune automatically means it might take like 5 minutes for him to get full. Checking the power gain here. Seems to be pretty good. Icy Prism doing the big hits. Like the shock net damage is fake because the monsters are just regenerating, you know? It's all about the high single target attacks. Why is Icy Prism swapping target randomly? It's like he's attacking one guy and then decide to attack the other guy. It's quite weird. Look, Shocknet's gonna skyrocket in damage here. It's just fake damage. It's not good. Anyways, I'll be recalling here. It's too slow. Next one is in quite a bit. Alright, we're about to have enough here. As soon as I recall, I can initiate this Mirror of Sight. Yeah, there's no point pushing. Like, I'm getting power. Like, really quickly. I don't know, if I would have, like, let's say you have Shocknet that takes care of the earlier waves, and then you have, let's say, 2 skills that deal with like one clears the whole screen, one like can clear like a good portion of the screen, and then you have 3 skills that just deals insane damage to one target, or let's say between 1 and 3 targets. Now that would be pretty good for power push. What did we get to activate? Inferno. I have to look up, like, we don't have enough spells, first of all. That's the thing. Well, we do have fire spells, but I've been working on, I've been working on something like the synergy between ice and lightning. Okay, I'll just recall here, it's taking too long. You have to farm based on what type of skill setup you have. My setup is made for quickly clear the whole screen, basically. And just having like Icy Prism for focus damage with Icicle is just not enough for pushing that extra bit. How long now? Hour, 35 minutes, 31 minutes. I don't have enough money to even like boost those, so I'm not gonna worry. Speed is still decent here, but when I reach 11.1, that's when it just slows down too much. And then the targeting of the skills is, it's not very smart. I wonder if there's something about it in the options. Let's see. Will be normalized by the total damage dealt by all. Raw damage dealt is like, it will track the overkill damage. Let's try per second. Yes, wow, I should have I should have turned that to yes before. Oh, to use quality 1 runes. Like quality 1 runes are so bad that maybe I should just... What happens if you auto use quality 1 runes when the assistant picks it up? Will he just give it to you and you activate it? Maybe it's just like the lantern. He just picks up the rune and then you have to press on him on the side of the screen and then he gives you the runes. Let's see here. Damage per second is basically current damage, so you can see it's very dynamic. So right now this is the current damage. It changes way too much because you have to average the run, because sometimes it's just like it's the perfect scenario for a certain spell, and when it goes off, he spikes in contribution, and then when he's on cooldown, he goes down. It's not good. It's not good. Whoops. Disable the recall reminder. Like, let's just look absolute. Actually, I'm curious. I'm curious because there's a lot of overkill damage, and it would actually show the full strength of each spell, basically. Okay, let's just reset. This is not percentage based. It's harder to read this way. Oh yes, the runes going to the bag is really nice. Now I can just have all the crappy quality 1 runes go here. I'll stay here. Now the elemental is nice because it lasts a long time. Ice wall does last a while as well. Okay. I did not check the damage though of the skills. I will check next time. Almost level. I'll stop the recording after this this run. I just want to compare damage. Yeah, like you can see, Shocknet is just doing so much, but they're just regenerating the damage, so it's just not accurate. Let's just keep it weighted. We're far from the boss. There's a lot of progression to do here. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm Astronox, and this was Tap Wizard RPG Arcane Quest. You can get it on the Google Play Store. It's not released yet. It's still in development, but the game is like the continuation of another game, or it's just a remake for the official big release, I guess. And I mean, it never crashed. The saving features, everything is really good. It's a really good game. If you like these types of games, you'll have a ton of fun. You can save using the like cloud saving on your Google account, or you can also export into a text file a bunch of characters, and those are the stats of your character basically. Then you can import if you want to change like platform. Not sure if the game is released on Congregate, the website, or I don't know if it's on iOS as well. Like you could export and then like you have like an iPhone, you could import it there. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.